Welcome to Akihabara. My name is Kinte. I will be your guide for today's bike taxi tour. I'd like to introduce the attraction of the Akihabara, sourced from food restaurants in the district. While enjoying the review around your image on the table screen in front of you and via video. Before start the tour, let me share some rules of this tour. First, please stay at your seat for your safety. Second, you can take pictures during the tour. However, please don't take any picture of the passersby as well as carrying the mild customs, handing out flour on the street directly. Third, please refrain from presenting pictures on the SNS if you can see the face of the person by and the girls clear on them. At one place during the tour, you will get off the taxi and wear via headset to enjoy 360 degrees via video. Now let's start Akihabara's tour. What image do you have of Akihabara? This town is well known to be an electric town or a mecca of the suburban culture. However, Akihabara is also a gourmet town where a lot of fine food restaurants and a wide variety are grazing. In 2000, Akihabara became a tourist site with the greater attention from all over the world as a mecca of the otaku culture or subculture. Famous for manga, comic, anime, or animated films and video games. At the same time, the town functioned as the center of the IT and many business coming. As the number of the visitors and workers in Akihabara rapidly increased, the number of the restaurants aiming at those people also increased in short period. Etc. was Counter Vegetable and Food Market, the biggest vegetable and food market in Japan, in front of the present day Akihabara station from 1928 to 1989. Fresh vegetable and fruit from throughout Japan were on the market for about 60 years. Some restaurants left by the market workers from that time still keep their business going and making the value of the restaurant in this town rich and more interesting. This tour recommends 10 restaurants in Akihabara that carefully selected by an Akihabara enthusiast. First, the taxi hand for a side street light with the small shops via the Akihabara station. While running, let me tell you briefly how Akihabara has come to be called a mecca of the otaku or a mecca of the subcultures. Until 40 years ago, Akihabara was a leading town of the home electric appliance in the world. Many electric appliance stores are grazing and sold the latest model of the television, refrigerator, air conditioner, and other products, and many people come to the town to buy those products. Also, foreign people will come to Japan for sightseeing opportunities, visit Akihabara to buy made in Japan brand goods of the high quality and inexperience that made us souvenirs. Since Akihabara flourished more and more. Since tourists each with personal computers and bars became the mainstream of the town, and Akihabara became Pasogon or personal computer town that attracted many PC lovers. Many of PC lovers also love the manga or comic, anime or animation films and video games. Naturally, Shops gifted with the manga, anime, and video games related found increased acreage. Finally, present Akihabara were known as the maker of the otaku race fund. By the way, those who love and now wear manga, anime, video games, and PC, all called otaku, in Japan, and the phrase otaku culture, often used by subculture. However, for children these days, manga, anime, video games do not mean subculture and more than main culture, a part of their ordinary life. For them, Akihabara may be more special place before a maker of otaku in the future. You will see the later RTRE1, a one on the building just in front of you. It is a station building opened in 2012. This improved the image of the Akihabara station a lot so that friends visitors feel comfortable. Events collaborating with the animation are often held here. On the left-hand side is the Akihabara Radio Kaikan, the most well-known landmark in the Akihabara with the big yellow sign. If you take a look at shops inside, you can tell what are now in Akihabara. This is the very birthplace of the PC in Japan, where NEC sold the first microcomputer kit named TKH in 1976. Present Radio Kaikan hosts many popular college shops representing Akihabara. Look at your right side. Inside of the building is the parts market, the orange of the Akihabara Electric Town. There is no another place in the world where electric parts and device shops constitute like this. Everybody enjoys mixing by hand. That contribute to the technology development of Japan. You see a lot of duty-free store building around the station. In front of you is the Chuo Center Street. This is the main street of the Akihabara, the very image of the manga of the otaku. Some visitors come to Akihabara to just the picture of the street and get stuffed. Now coming into view is the traveling direction is the Manseibashi Bridge over Kondo River. Beyond the bridge can you see red bike arch competition? That is the elevator rails of the JR line. Once there was Manseibashi station there, being a terminal station where passengers changed trains or train. The city was always but with the many people. Now, Manseibashi station was revealed as a shopping fest named the March Cute and opened in 2013. After a while, another viaduct of the Sobu line will come into view in traveling direction. The elevator rail of the Sobu line was arranged from Ryokoku to Ochanomizu in 1932. Its height is the same limit with the 3 stories building 5 higher than the Yamanote line. Another elevator railway piece came all the way to have a look over them. There is beautiful art shops Hatagocho viaduct nearby. You can see that later. Now on notice on your left side, this is the duty-free store that you will enjoy virtually rare experience at this store. The taxi going down the back street. Now on your right side is the elevator runway of the subway line. The reason why so many railways the elevator was because major government audit as such in order to avoid apparent traffic by laying railroad on the group. Now let me introduce the first restaurant of Akihabara food reverse recommendation. This is Torio Keisuke, a ramen noodle shops. Do you like ramen? Japanese ramen first introduced from China evolved in unique ways in Japan. Now ramen is loved and well known as one of the repetitive cuisine in Japan by many people in the world. There are so many different tastes of the ramen with different soups such as the soy sauce and the miso paste, as well as different thickness of the noodles. Different ramen shops offer different ramens, and you will be attracted by the diverse and deep world of ramen. Among many ramen shops in Akihabara, this Torio Keisuke is the very exclusive and offers the one and only ramen. The menu to boast about of the shops is a bowl of the ramen topped with the roasted chicken leg. The appearance of the menu is full of impact and so spectacular, so your observers should be excited. The cream soup with the rich chicken broth is so tasty. Another menus are also popular, for example, ramen with simple soy sauce paste sauce made of the fish and chicken broth, and tsukemen ramen noodle service separately with the very rich sauce. Try any menu of this shop and you will never forget this unique ramen shop. You can see the beautiful art shops Hagadocho viaduct of the subway line. Please look at your right upside when the taxi through to the left. Its bright green color is beautiful, isn't it? And the red brick arch viaduct is in front of you. Those arch such built in more than 100 years ago, when the first Mansebashi station was built in 1912, or the Chuo line was added to Tokyo Station in 1919. Next, let me introduce the called Idol Corridor in Akihabara. On the 7th floor of the Pasuru building with the right signboard up ahead of your right on the another side of the street, Para Theater is located. Sarah can see the performance of the popular idol groups such as the Kamen Joshi or Masked Girls now on the screen. Speaking of the idol groups, the most famous one in Akihabara is AKB48. For the masters years or so, Akihabara is the town where not only items but also idols are produced. The way Swiss friends cheer up their idols with shows and the performance become well known and popular as otaken or otaku performance, as those fans are called idol otaku. So you will enjoy VR experience at Onode when we're passed by at Chuo Street. Onode is a duty-free store and electric retail store. Onode deals not only in products amount at visitor from foreign countries, but also from Japanese. For example, Japanese trade careful section on the ground floor introduced the Japanese handwork of the high quality. Now another shop's collector now display many Japanese trade crafts of the high quality, as well as the wide range variety at one section, like Onode. The second and the third floor are home apparel section. The fourth floor in popular college section, while all shops that in popular college related goods the press represent today's Akihabara. As a plus now you feel hungry, please enjoy the video of the 3 restaurants you will pass by later. With the VR headset, you can enjoy 316 degrees image as you move your hand and eyes in the different direction. Please, in experiencing the virtual visit to the restaurants, it will be spectacular. How was the VR experience and how did you like the three restaurants appears in the VR video and give you more direct exposure of the each restaurant when you taste them later? The taxi going toward the back street carrying the customer often hand out flyers on the street. Please refrain from taking direct photos of them and avoid posting and photos on SNS if you can see face of the person by or those girls clearly. The next Akihabara food lovers recommendation in Akatsuka. What is your impression of the appearance? It looks as if time stopped here of the decades, doesn't it? There is such a restaurant with a long history in Akihabara towns. Akatsuka opened in 1954 when Japanese people worked hard to rebuild the country after Second World War. More than 16 years since then, Akatsuka has been loved by local people and watched the trend of town. The wood table and counter of the restaurant has warmer atmosphere and reminds you of the good old Japan. Popular menus include miso taste stew of the chicken sink and the river, cuisine of the fresh fish in season from Toyo's Fish Market. Don't you think it's the best joint to enjoy beautiful and sophisticated Japanese cuisine representing Japanese change seasons with the sake? Nowadays, the restaurant has more young ladies and fellow guests in addition to long-time regular guests and office workers of the nearby head. Please read the history of the Akihabara and Japanese culture at Akatsuka. The street in front of you is called the major street of the cross. You will see a building across the road with the cute pink ribbon and heart-shaped object. That is the mark of at-home coffee and well-known and popular mild coffee in Akihabara. Welcome by medicine and enjoy the extraordinary world forgetting your ordinary life. Quite similar to Japanese tradition Ozaki Asobi culture in which you are entertained by my Go-san. The taxi takes Chuo Street, the main street in Akihabara, to get to the next restaurants. Supermarket Akihabara present computer and the digital store. On your left side has the esports studio Akihabara on the 7th floor. Do you know esports? Esports is an abbreviation of the electric sports and a form of the competition used the computer games or video games. Esports is not so much familiar in Japan yet. However, its player population is more than 100 million in the world. And in some countries like USA, performance games are recognized by the performance sports players. On your left side is Jichun store. Jichun is a gaming machine branch of the Japan PC maker, most computer. This PC market was lackluster of the few years ago, but the factory is getting suffers for again. One factor is having the mind for PC with a necessary space for the virtual meeting, telework or remote worker under the coronavirus pandemic. Another is the market for game PC with driving high space for the esports. If you have no idea about personal video games, please make a visit to Jichun and your impression of the video games will totally change. This street turned into a pedestrian place of the every Sunday. Many people enjoy work on the car-free street. In autumn, the roof of the robust Gingo Street returned with yellow and looking very beautiful. By the way, one of the reasons why Gingo is often chosen as roadside street is beautiful. It is strong against fire, as the trunk and the leaves keep a little of water. South roadside Gingo Street, Barracks Johnson of the summer reason, and abuse carbon distress and involve the environment and moreover perfect as for fire. Now let me introduce another Akihabara food levels recommendation. The third one is the Akihabara Nagomido, a coffee rocks and basement floor and building on the opposite corner and the next intersection. It appeared in the via video. Are you on Instagram? Instagram has a few online photo sharing operation and the social network platform used by 1 million people all over the world. Instagram is also popular in Japan with more than 33 million users, and once the Japanese word instantly by means instant or perfect photo from Instagram is in fashion. This Akihabara Nagomido is Instagram coffee and being talked about a little. The concept of the coffee is test of the Taisei area from 1912 to 1926, where Europa culture was introduced into Japanese lifestyle. Old books and antique feature create a nice space with the tasteless test and anyone can't help take a picture. This coffee is also unique. It offers about 10,000 comic books that guests and read as they like. There are private rooms beside the coffee area, and you can enjoy relaxed time reading manga. Not only that, shower rooms return notices as well as the battery change are available. Because of this good service, quite a few people work from Nagomido. By the way, a Japanese word Nagomi used in the names of the coffee means full of the kindness and relaxing. If you visit Akihabara Nagomido, the coffee should relax your heart. Let me introduce the next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The first restaurant is Gyusha. It is on your right hand side, the opposite side of the road. If you ask Japanese people which food do you like most, a cuisine always amongst the top is the hamburger. Hamburger originally comes from overseas and involved unique ways in Japan. Just like ramen noodles, the hamburger is a popular food and loved by people and a wide age group. Hamburger in Japan is so soft that many foreign guests who and are just after having a bite. Popular good hamburger restaurant in Akihabara is this Gyusha. Hamburg made of the 100% beef, including famous Wagyu, is very juicy and has a delicate and soft feel in the mouth. Take one bite and the meat flavor separates throughout your mouth. Please make a choice among 5 different sauces such as the pepper or garlic. Another popular menu here is curry and rice topping with the popular Hamburg. Curry is sauce-free and has protein of the beef meat and sinew stewed in red wine and is to take about a lot. Believe it or not, the restaurant offers a big size hamburger as heavy as 1 kilogram. When did you try to having hamburger to make unforgettable memories in Akihabara? Let me introduce Akihabara food service recommendation. The 5th restaurant is Bengal. The previous restaurant Gyusha with the curry meals and the Bengal is a curry special restaurant. Curry also comes from overseas and evolved into unique ways in Japan, just like ramen noodle and hamburg. It is common in Japan to have curry with the rice, and the curry and the rice is a regular menu of the school lunch in elementary and junior high school, and many Japanese people love it since their childhood. Among many curry-based restaurants in Akihabara, Bengal boasts the longest history. It opened in 1973. Since then, it has been loved by people in Akihabara for almost 50 years. The owner said that some guests who used to come to Bengal when they were young often visited the restaurant again with their family. The restaurant has a comfortable automation that makes you feel at home, and young ladies often visit here to enjoy nice curry in the relaxing space. Our curry menus are cooking here with the special curry powder made by mixing venue speech and herbs. Representing meat is the thin beef curry with the chunk of the beef meat. It is selected source and has moderate sourness and bitterness. You will never get tired of eating this curry. Besides that, popular menus include the beef curry topped with cheese and bacon, and open vegetables curry with plenty of the vegetables and seeds, which is more than 15 kinds. After enjoying speech curry and rice, sweet cool lassi with the cinnamon aroma will hit the spot. Please choose the speech curry and rice with the long history that you can enjoy only in Akihabara. Let's move on to the next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The 6 shops are introduced is a malt coffee named Honey Honey appeared in via video. Malt coffee represents the courage in Akihabara, a maker of the otaku. It is one of the so-called customs per coffees where waiters in the mild customers welcome guests as the master of the places and give them hospitality. Mud coffee has enjoyed high popularity amongst not only Japanese but also foreign people since its birth in 2001 as a representative tourist concept in Akihabara. Hani is a very popular mud coffee with the men, the women, and the beginners who never been to any mud coffee would enter easily. Actually, there are multiple kinds of the mud coffees and different concepts and services. Hani's good point is its friendly mud who welcome guests with hospitality and delicious handmade fruits. You can enjoy omelette rice on which my son draws cute pictures with the ketchup or homemade cake bike at coffee every day for inexpensive price about almost the same with common coffee. The coffee offers such a wide range of the alcohol drinks that group of the people choose Hani instead of having the enjoy drink party and a business person after work of the step by alone. Hani will add something special to your memories in Akihabara with the cute medicine and the delicious menus. Why did you experience the feel of the moe, the butterfly you can in your stomach? Let me give the directions to Hani. Turn left to the next corner and go down to block and you will see a building with the award cross on signboard on your left side. Hani included on the second floor of the next building. Let's move on the next shops of the Akihabara food lovers accommodation. The 7th shops I introduced is the Tetsudo Izakaya Railway Tavern. Little TGV looked on the 4th floor on the building on the left-hand side of you. This tavern also appears in via video. It said that there are about 2 million trains in use in Japan. Train system in Japan is very advanced and has evolved in new ways, and the trains are always operate very punctually. Tetsudo Izakaya Little TGV is a very unique train with the concept of Japan Railway. One step inside and you will see real train seats and wheels and large railway diamond is the display. It's just like a railway and park. Menus are also unique. Everything has something to with the railway or train, such as the drink of the colors of the Shinkansen building or tactics that will remind you of the boring rich hot course and entering trains your ability as well as collection only customers designed after train crews uniform look so cute. Transshifts were always who aren't so nervous about railways, but children or adults will have happy time in Tetsudo Izakaya or railways tavern Little TGV. Families with the children often visit here on the weekend. Once you visit Little TGV, you will totally be fascinated by the world of the railway. Let me introduce next Akihabara food lovers accommodation. The 80s restaurant is the Bizarra and the Bar Noga. With Akihabara began tourist site this year, hotel amenities at tourists have been built one after another. Noga Hotel on the left-hand side in also new hotel built in 2020. A restaurant on the ground floor of the hotel is Bizarra and Bar Noga. This special restaurant consists of the Cameron restaurants and the corridor bar area, and its high classical automation makes this place to a chic spot for social intoxication. If you sat on the terrace on the upper floor, you would be able to enjoy a refreshing time full of the extradition, free always from the hustle and the bustle of life. Pizza and Banogo parties offer Spanish, Italian, or fantastic cooking with the car-free selection ingredient. The separation is the mango fresh pizza and the largest size than your face. Smells so nice and tasty back in the wood-burning pizza open from Napoli in Italy. Fish roll ham slice and service on old and hot ahijo are perfect size, delicious, and go well with the alcohol drinks. There are about 100 kinds of the wine carefully selected for sommeliers. This is inside an ideal restaurant to the special time with the same important for you or beloved. If you like, you can receive the restaurant for big parties such as the wedding, after party, as well as the farewell or welcome party. The party guests should be so surprised and impressed by the restaurant, as they never appreciate such as the style should start in Akihabara. The back street is always busy with the deep otaku and engineer coming and going, and lined with the performance special shops which can meet their demands. And the weekend, box of the parts and the devices are placed in front of each shops, and the streets are crossed by people find bargains. It indicates characters of the Akihabara is a tour of the hobby, interesting, and technology. Next, I introduce is the nice shops of the Akihabara food lovers recommendation. Kanto Tamago Gen shops with the yellow sign looks in the tips of the narrow ring on your right side. Representative menus and the menu restaurant in Japanese omelette rice, ketchup flavored chicken fried rice is the wrap with the thin omelette. Our top with the omelette, delicate cooking, and kettle open and rice. It's very popular from adults to children. The unique one was a half-cooking omelette is the common in Japan, maybe because fresh eggs are always available. Tamago Gogen is shaped separation in such unique omelette rice. Its ground floor is the open kitchen and you can see chefs or cooking while enjoy popping hot omelette. You absolutely feel happy when you put on soup into chicken fried rice toppings with the very soft and cream omelette. You can choose the sauce to put on your omelette rice. Its popular sauce are red tomato sauce and cooking white with the white wine and rich the gurami sauce made from beef sinew strewn with the red wine. If you choose half and half, you can enjoy two different sauces. Actually, homemade vegetables pickles service with omelette rice are talking about a little baguettes. They are tasty and you can cook them as such as you can eat. That makes you meet were browns and tourists. There are tables on the second floor. I recommend you to come to Tamago Gen with your friends or family. The taxis for the final shops will Chuo Street. After come back to Chuo Street, the taxi Python Badoki and a large discount store. On the 8th floor of the Don Quixote building is the Akihabara 48 Theater. AKB48 are famous brand and natural coins as found in Akihabara, and owns the theater to perform. AKB stands for the Akihabara. AKB48 changed the performance image of the idol with the Yes the Strong. Idol ones you can actually meet. AKB48 works hands into intact with the fans by performing almost every day on the stage and a handshake event, where you can actually shake hands with your female members. Since AKB48 getting popular little by little. Now AKB48 has become a big name and everybody knows it. However, its members' activity starts from the small stage in Tokyo building in Akihabara. Performers often head on the stage and keep attracting many fans from throughout Japan as a simple set of the other corridors in Akihabara. Why did you visit stage to enjoy the member stage and actually meet others? The Don Quixote is located up a hand on your left side. Now, I remember another event that I recommended you to actually see. It is Kanda Shrine Festival. Have you ever visited Kanda Shrine before? Kanda Shrine is a Shinto shrine with a history as long as the 1,300 years and a representative Shinto shrine in Tokyo, located in just 10 minutes walk distance from the Akihabara station. The shrine holds the Kanda Festival once every 2 years. Kanda Festival is a very famous festival that has been held since the 17th century. Earlier, Edo Parade is one of the 3 major festivals in Japan, along with the Gion Festival in Kyoto and the Tenjin Festival in Osaka. During the festival and the roads in Akihabara become car-free and the people in tradition customers parade throughout the transparent mikoshi or portable shrine, special vehicles for Shinto dance. It is worth watching a lot of the carriers of the mikoshi carry through the street shouting, "Say yeah, so yeah." The shrine introduced activities such as the curry time, announcing the festival in collaboration with the anime which is popular among young people, broadcasting the fashion through the internet. Akihabara is such a global, unique, and devising tone of disaster technology, dancing as well as the traditional event with the last 400 years. The more you visit go to the Akihabara, the more you find the town you so interesting. There is Gundam Coffee in the area called Crossfield, located in the traveling direction. Do you know at Animal Mobile's Gundam? The first series was aired in 1979, continuing the same year when Sony Welcome was received. Since then, new series were made of after another to be aired on TV or screen. Really longer running anime workers. From 1928 to 1989, Kanto vegetables and fruits marketed the beginnings when Japan was located around here. After the market moved, this area was rebuilt as an IT hub. Names could Crossfield and opened in 2006. The railway company Jetstar has been perfecting to make full use of the under the elevator railway. At the corner there is Chapaya, where free selected food products from all over Japan are sold. Next, friends of Chapara Yasasika based Akioka manufacture. This is the combination phase opened in 2019, which always suits you with the new discoveries and great buys. As a base where you can see Tuesday offers various kinds of the shop specialty in your hobby or coffee and a hotel. Right side is the Hitachi Bridge Tokyo District and whiskey dining and drawing bar. You can enjoy whiskey and exquisite craft beer made of their own wood. The facility also increased. The second base, a camera shop sets many pull-on camera and interchangeable lens. Recofa Akihabara shops are shops specializing in the pull-on cities and record. Final store distributed by Final, a Japanese earphone and headphone company. Toko Video Games, a coffee and bar rocks, radio games, arcade, where you can enjoy play games and alcohols. Then please look at the right-hand side. There is Akihabara branch of the Taigo Label, a Taigo Japanese trained school of the largest school in the world. Also there is 2K540 Akioka Artisan, across the Kuramai Bashi Street in the travel direction. 2K50 means 2 kilometers and 550 meters by railroad stream, the distance from Tokyo Station. Facility which featured the themes of the main factories opened in Department 2010. It includes the Nippon department stores, where celebrates the scenes of the various parts of the Japan are selected and introduced, and grocery stores, coffee and shops. All of them are getting in by thinking craftsmen. But when Akihabara also an art center, 3331 Archichoda. From here, it is located in the front right area. 3331 Archichoda was opened in 2002, based in the revolted Lacey Junior High School. A former Choda City Popular Junior High School. System it was the civil has both an artist hub for anyone want to create and express. It was relaxed receptive for the comic. It's the performance features not only expression and contemporary art, adventure, lasting present, appearance and local history and culture, but also events and workshops. Finally, I will introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation, the 10th shops. It's the fruity season. Do you remember that I told you at the beginning of the tour that there was the largest vegetable and fruit market, Kanda vegetable and fruit market from 1922 and 1989 in Akihabara. At that time, few vegetables and fruits got into Akihabara from South Japan. The shops were the automobile of the Basu Max still remind is the fruit season. When the market was to move, a family ran the fruits wholesalers business opened the shops with to keep the pace where the people can eat a lot of the tasty fruits. Food the season special is the very fruit parfait. Only fruit specialists will be able to make this parfait with the more than 10 different kinds of the colorful selected fruits of the season arranged decorated. Families and children as well as the men's opportunity get in front of this artist parfait. Another popular menu is sandwich made on homemade crust baked in the shop every morning. Set menu consists of the croissant sandwich, small piece of the fruits cut up, drink and a small size parfait is healthy and necessary. Look at a little bite outside of the center of the Akihabara. Fruit the season is something like oasis of the town. Please come to the oasis in the Akihabara to refresh your body and spread tide in the heat city. Now I finish introduce 10 nice restaurants of the Akihabara food lovers recommendation. Are there any shops you are interested in or you'd like to try? Since I will tell you the owner of the name of the Akihabara. Tokyo Fire Culture had fire scenes and opera. Nothing had changed even in major period, and there was the Tiberian Fire in 1869. After the fire, the place around here was arranged to a fabric. In the space, a single shrine was built and 3 deities who prevent fire were invited from the precipice and enshrined. However, people misunderstood at Akiba Daigongen, a famous that which prevent fires was the enshrined, so people called the shrine Akiba-sama, and this area Akiba-gongen no Harappa or Akihabara means the fight of the Akiba Daigongen shrine. Hara in Japanese means field or open space. Says this the origin of the name Akihabara. People in another country are often consuming manga or animation for small children. But in Japan, adults also enjoy manga and anime. Sarah has a makimono or illustrated hand screen that displays stores with the picture and the text for more than 1,000 years in Japan. People enjoy stories for drawing and text screen a makimono. You will call this the hand-operated animated movie. The makimono of the tour of the game is well known as a natural treasure. Another natural treasure, Chojinjin Buskega, is said to the oldest manga in the sense of the comic pictures and techniques. A makimono was something that will educate adults as well as cut people enjoy. Then in Japan, manga the anime was the being powerful and expressive tool to convey information. They are now used to school companies and events by the government. Furthermore, mascot characters are popular in Japan, and there are great variety of the mascot characters and uncountable numbers of the local mascots. Even the government of the police offices offer their own mascot characters. For example, in Dagon for Natural Taxi AGC, Customers for Customer, People Gun for Metropolitan Police Department. The front left side of view is the Yodobashi camera, matching Akiba. Yodobashi cameras are made Japanese return transparency is the electric PC. Cameras and photograms equipment, and this is the second largest store in Japan after Umeda store in Osaka. My tour guide friends often say this building has a black hole because some of their guests have disappeared in the building and never come back again. The guests who fortunately could come back abroad white say don't understand why they were late for the meeting time. Now there is an entrance to the Tsukuba Express Akihabara station on your right side. Tsukuba Express was went to operation in 2005, linking between Akito Akihabara and Tsukuba Side City in 45 minutes. Right side. Far side, can you see the thing with at Akiba? That is the petroleum named Oasis at Akiba. Oasis at Akiba was opened in 2006 and it offers clean and comfortable restroom as well as a tourist information center and a smoking box. There are so many good restaurants I'd like to introduce to you as good foods in Akihabara are very rich. I should be happy if I could have conveyed the attraction of the tone of the otaku that you didn't know. When you visit Akihabara while sightseeing, please enjoy its unique foods and restaurants. After tour will appreciate if you could take a few minutes to take out our question briefly. Thank you very much for enjoying Akihabara Hybrid Experience Tour, and please come back to enjoy Akihabara next time.